Picking your first e-bike can be extremely difficult, but just keep it extremely simple. Win these bars in gold. You guys got one more week. These are the top 3 pros built by whatever you're trying to do if you're interested in a mini 72 volt e-bike. Start with the Razor. These are the top 3 pros built by whatever you're trying to do if you're interested in a mini 72 volt e-bike. My personal top 3. Pro number 1, just its size. It's just easy to maneuver and to get around. If you're in a tight, congested city, this would be perfect for you. You can ride around these little parks right here. Nobody will really say anything to you because of how small these things are. See, people are normally cool when you're on e-bikes. Dude, people have been shredding this ledge, huh? I love riding this little mini bike. Ah! You just mob on this thing, dude, and nobody really bothers you. This is the type of riding that you want to do, just something chill and mellow. Mini Razor's for you. This thing's like a weapon once you built these things right. Such sleepers, man. From the outside looking in, you just don't realize that these things can go 60 miles an hour. It's like warp speed on one of these things. You don't need a truck to lug this thing around. Literally throw it in the back of an SUV, or like if you got a really big trunk, you could probably make this thing fit. Just ride. Gets up and goes. Top speed around 60 for me. If you're looking for speed, this thing's definitely got it, so don't worry about it. You just got to make sure you pick the right specs for your build. Ah, it's so scary going that fast on this little thing. Say again?
How much you buy that?
I built this one, so yeah, it's just a bunch of parts over time. So around like 20, like 2,700 bucks all in. Take care.
You too.
Excuse me. Sorry. Thank you. Oh, kitty. Aftermarket support on the Razors is phenomenal. It is literally, you're a kid in a candy store for aftermarket Razor parts. The community has grown so much so fast, and literally anything you need for this bike is now readily available. You don't have to wait months for things to get imported in anymore. Oh my god, I gotta get used to wheeling this thing. I've been riding the Serpent for so long. I gotta put more time into the Razor. There we go. I didn't know if that was gonna actually make it down there. Now let's talk about the cons of the Razor. Cost. These things get pricey really fast. The amount of money that goes into these, you're pretty close to buying like an eridepro at that point. Like you're about $1,000 off. Razor is definitely a great option if this is what you're looking for your first bike. It is a small mini electric dirt bike, so if you're expecting to ride this for long distances, it's gonna get uncomfortable fairly quickly. Also, they are pricey. What up, YouTube? We are back on the big bike. Remember, you got one more week to try to win these bars right here. Win these bars in gold. You guys got one more week. So next week on Monday, I will be announcing the winner, selecting a random comment on the last video. So if you want to win a pair of these Warp 9 bars, go check out the last video. Drop your comment down that you want to rock those bars, and I'll be picking a random comment on the 16th. and announcing it on my Instagram page at Mr. Hans Emoto. That way you guys can find out ASAP who the winner is and who's getting these bars before Christmas. Well, hopefully by Christmas, because I don't know how messed up shipping time is going to be. Oh, we're back at home, baby. Oh, I love the big bike. I'm telling you guys, it's hard to go back to the Mini for daily. The Mini's like just for like a fun little toy at this point. That's how I like to call it. It's just a fun little toy. Because I can ride this thing all day, not get tired, and take it in all sorts of different terrain. And that's why I love the full-size e-motos. Well, not like full-size, but you guys know what I mean. Like something that's not a mini bike. Whatever e-moto that is, that's just not a mini bike. These things are just... you can't beat it. Pop right in diagonally and pop on in. And then we pop right out into a wheelie. I love it. Oh, I love it. Alright gang, so fresh out the box. All you gotta do is turn the key on this thing, and you're ready to rip. Compared to a Razor, you got a lot of research and development time you gotta go and make sure you got everything right for your build. So that is one of the better selling points of just owning a bigger e-moto right out of the gate than messing around with a 72 volt mini bike. 10 kilowatts of power, fresh out of the box. That is another benefit of just buying one. Ready to go. Just can't beat it. You can't beat it for $4,400. Just the power this thing has stock. Another reason why I prefer the big e-moto. It's just the suspension, man. Compared to the Razor, it's just so much nicer. I mean, you just give or take. The guy just takes it. Like the Razor, I feel there's just no comparison, and just the size of the suspension, it's just a no-brainer. So it really comes down to the kind of riding you want to do. Like this type of stuff I would not do on my Razor. On this bike, oh yeah, that's what it's made to do. Let's see if I can get a wheelie up. Oh, Mr. Rugged Bastard. Prefer to ride this every single day compared to my mini Razor. Ride up it, no problem. That was a little aggressive. Woo! See, this stuff is just made for this bike. Oh god, that was a bigger hole than I thought. That's why I love riding this bike. Picking your first e-bike can be extremely difficult, but just keep it extremely simple and really think about what's going to fit your needs, and also really think about future-proofing yourself, because you don't want to get something you're going to be stuck with for a while. So cool. Yeah, like I can't do that stuff on my Razor. reality, there is no better bike. It's whatever bike you have. The biggest win for me compared between my Razor and this bike is just the suspension on this bike. Obviously, much bigger. It's going to take a lot more. But it is just so much fun. Those are just a few tips. There are just a few points that I've noticed between the two bikes if you're trying to decide if you should get a mini bike or a mini e-bike, or if you should just get just a normal full-size e-moto. Those are the key points that I've kind of had to live with myself to help me decide what I wanted in the future. So for me personally, I'm going to stick with this as my everyday bike, and I'm going to keep the Razor as a backup bike, or if we go downtown or something, the Razor is definitely going to get used because it's just so incognito that no one's really going to say anything on the Razor compared to this thing. It's not the way I found. You just can't. 72 volt power, baby! Missed my trail, fam. We can even go in right there too. This is why I love the big size bikes, so I can do stuff like this. Like a shit bike! Wow! About shot himself right there. Alright gang, don't forget, I'm giving away a pair of Warp 9 bars in gold. Make sure you watch the last video. Drop a comment saying you'd rock these bars. And next week on the 16th of December, the lucky winner will be announced on the Mr. Hanzimoto Instagram page. There we go. To do it for the kids. Who knows? Holy shit, she didn't even fucking care. I appreciate you guys watching. This van gonna see me? Nope, not seeing me at all, huh? Alright gang, I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to watch the last video so you guys can win the free pair of Warp 9 bars. Pair of these bad boys in gold. Alright, well that's gonna wrap up the video.